Good afternoon, welcome to our virtual open event here at Ludlow College. In this session, we're going to be looking at all of the different media subjects. So we've got everything from drama to fine art, film studies to graphics, photography to media studies and music. So we've got a few little videos to show you just to explain each course in a little bit of detail. And then we've got the tutors on hand to answer any questions that you may have. So sit back, relax and enjoy the videos.
Hello, my name is Carl Morris and I'm head of Ludlow College. I would like to welcome you to our virtual open event. I thought I would start by explaining why you should consider coming to Ludlow College for your post-16 education. We have an excellent track record for academic performance for A-levels and vocational courses. Presently, we are ranked very highly on the national achievement tables. Virtually all of our students achieve their courses with, on average, 99.3% of our A-level students passing their course over the past 5 years. 100% of our vocational students have passed their course over the last 3 years, with all our students gaining a positive career outcome, whether that is going to university, a job or an apprenticeship. Our timetable is very different to other colleges. The average student comes into college for 3.5 days per week, therefore giving students freedom for part-time jobs, work experience and limiting their travel to college time. We have excellent facilities with new science labs, a fitness suite, art and health and social care rooms, specialist rooms for media and dark rooms for photography, to name a few. Our curriculum is very broad with 27 different A-levels, 4 level 3 vocational courses in sport, health and social care, early years and business, 2 level 2 vocational courses in health and social care and early years combined and business. If you're interested in a career in football, please have a look into our football education programme, which is run in conjunction with Shrewsbury Town Football Club. All students have the opportunity to take part in one of our enrichment activities such as drama, sports teams, High Achievers programme, art academy, to name a few. If you have any questions, please take the opportunity to speak to the teachers during this event. Staff will be available to discuss transport and finance queries as well. I would just like to end by saying thank you for attending this event, and if you have not done so already, you can make an application to the college. This is done via our website, and once you've completed an application form, we will give you a telephone call to discuss your career options and your course options. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Ian and I teach film studies at Ludlow College, and I'm going to tell you all about the Film Studies A-level. The WJEC Film Studies specification is designed to introduce A-level learners to a wide variety of films in order to broaden their knowledge and understanding of film and the range of responses films can generate. The specification therefore offers opportunities to study mainstream American films from the past and the present, as well as a range of recent and contemporary British films, American independent films, and global films. The historical range of film represented in those films is extended by the study of silent film, so that learners can gain a sense of the development of film from its early years to its still emerging digital future. Studies in documentary, experimental and short film add to the breadth of the learning experience. Production work is a crucial part of this specification and is integral to learners' study of film. Studying a diverse range of films from several different contexts is designed to give learners the opportunity to apply their knowledge and understanding of how films are constructed to their own filmmaking and screenwriting. This is intended to enable learners to create high-quality film and screenplay work, as well as provide an informed filmmaker's perspective on their own study of film.
There's no I in team, but there is an I in pie.
It's assessed through exam and coursework. 70% of the grade is examined and 30% is based on the coursework.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. I'm gone.
So what are the entry requirements? Grade 5 or above in English language and English literature is desirable. The most important entry requirement is your love of film. This is a subject that may be the first step to you becoming the next Steven Spielberg, so you should bring a passion for cinema and a desire to challenge your film viewing habits by learning about other forms of film. The subject is similar to English literature, I suppose. but instead of deconstructing novels and considering who the author was or the historical and social context that existed when the book was written, we'll be asking these questions about the creation of films.
Don't you hate that?
Hate what?
Uncomfortable silences.
So what can I do after completing this qualification? Film Studies provides a suitable progression to a range of higher education, degree and vocational level courses, or to employment. You will also develop a wide range of transferable skills, including analysis and visual communication, as well as presentation and organisational skills that are desirable in many career options.
Hello. At Ludlow College, we offer Music AS and A2 levels, which is currently running the EduCast course, which has an even split between composing, performing and general musical, historical and theoretical knowledge. The music department at Ludlow is in the shadow of the castle in the pleasant garden room, a little detached from the main college. We have several pianos, a range of other instruments, multi-track recording facilities and laptops with Sibelius software for composition work. We offer trips to see musical events when appropriate, specifically to watch performances of our set works, and an A-level in music is a high-value qualification that has enabled recent students to study the subject at universities, music colleges, performing arts colleges, as well as being a helpful addition to primary school teacher training.
Hello, my name's Hannah and I'm here to talk to you about what you can do at Ludlow College within the art department. I'm going to talk to you about our pathways and their content, the structure and why you might want to study art and design. We offer 3 pathways: fine art, graphics and photography. Within fine art there's a focus on drawing, painting and printmaking, with the opportunity to also complete 3D work. Within graphics we take some of those traditional processes that we do in fine art and we combine them with digital editing, primarily using Photoshop. Within photography we mix digital and darkroom processes and we have our own large darkroom facility. The structure for all 3 of these pathways are the same. In term 1 you do a series of short projects that are about upskilling, getting you used to the expectations of A-level and introducing you to all the possibilities that we have at the college. After Christmas you'll start what we call the externally set task, which is where you will devise your own project based on a number of starting points. You'll complete that around Easter and then you'll have an AS qualification. The second year starts after the summer half term and you will do a project that is devised by yourself with support from your tutors. You will be able to pick your own themes, ideas, artists and media. After that, again you will do another externally set task, again from a series of starting points devised and developed by you. You can select 1 pathway, 2 or if you really want, all 3. I often get asked why you might want to study art and design. Art and design offers an opportunity to explore themes and ideas. We can look at things that are interesting to you and we can help you build projects around those interests. We can do this because of the one-to-one support that we offer. But as well as this, there are many transferable skills that art and design gives you. The ability to develop individual ideas and collaborate with others, strong observational, research and analytical skills, creative problem solving, and the ability to learn from criticism and be objective about your own work. But most of all, it offers you an openness to new influences and concepts. We hope that you'll like to come and study with us and we'd love to meet you. Thank you.
A-level drama offers an excellent mix of practical work and theory. The emphasis is on the practical exploration of theatre, but this is complemented by the academic study of texts. Students study a range of different dramatists from Shakespeare to Ibsen and learn how to interpret and analyse their work in the context of theatrical performance. Through practical workshops, students discover a variety of influential theatre practitioners and apply their methods to their own devised theatre. As well as devising and participating in their own performances, students will also have the opportunity to see live theatre. The course develops skills in communication and teamwork and gives students a safe, encouraging space within which to gain in confidence as performers. Assessment consists of 1 written exam on the set texts and a series of devised and scripted performances.
Hi, my name's Ian and I teach Media Studies at Ludlow College and I'm going to tell you all about the Media Studies course. So, what is Media Studies? Media Studies A-Level provides an integrated introduction to the study of the media we consume. The content of the course is underpinned by a set of key media concepts that you will learn about. The first one, media language, is where you will learn all about how media products create meaning. Second, media representation, you will consider how the media represent issues, peoples and events. And the third, media industries, who produces the media that we consume. The course will reveal this. And finally, media audiences, who consumes all this media and what are the effects of it on them. This vast and eclectic subject area will introduce you to many different media products and encourages theoretical considerations across all platforms studied. Importantly, A-level media studies allows you to question the validity of the information you receive on a daily basis and to be aware of bias within the media so that by the end of the 2-year period you should have an even better understanding of the world we live in. You will also have the opportunity to consolidate your learning into a creative cross-media product within your chosen media platform. This coursework unit is worth 30% of the qualification. What kind of work is involved? You will study a wide range of different media which include advertising and marketing, newspapers, the film industry, radio, video games, TV, print and online magazines and online media. A-level media studies centres around applying an analytical framework which you learn through discussion, analysis and debate. You will also develop a range of technical skills required for both constructing and deconstructing media products. You will be expected to think independently, to develop your own voice, and you will be encouraged to expand your knowledge outside of the classroom through reading and engaging with a wide range of media texts. For example, when studying the newspaper industry, accessing daily, weekly newspapers, either in print or online, will build your awareness of current affairs. What background do you need? A strong and critical interest in the media is essential for doing well in A-level media studies, but it is not necessary to have studied media at GCSE. It is an essay-based subject and suits students who have flourished in subjects like English or history. Because the content of A-level media studies is firmly embedded within cultural, socio-political and economic life, it sits well alongside and supports work in subjects like English literature, history, sociology, film studies and politics, though you must of course ensure that your programme is broad enough to meet the entrance requirements of the universities you apply for later on. Where can it lead? A-level media study students can go on to study media, TV or film at university as a practical degree, a theoretical degree or a combination of the two. This can lead to a very broad range of professions in media, film or journalism. A good degree in a subject like media studies can also develop a wide range of transferable skills, including analysis, visual communication, problem solving, as well as communication, presentation and organisational skills that are desirable in many career options.
Okay, so hopefully that's given a good insight into the different courses that are available. So it's quite far wide and reaching in terms of the different arts and media available at Ludlow. We've got a couple of the tutors on hand at the moment to answer any questions. We are having some technical difficulties with a couple of the other tutors, but we'll answer your questions as best we can. If we start with you, Ian, first, just some questions around film and media, if that's okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so first question, what kind of career can film and media studies lead to?
I think with both subjects, but particularly with film studies, if you look at something like the credits in a film, the choices are endless. Sometimes credits in a film can last almost as long as the film, it seems sometimes, and the range of different jobs and expertise required is just vast. So it depends on what your interest is. But certainly the film industry, the TV industry, journalism, film writing. You know, I've got former students who are film journalists now, so you don't have to necessarily go into the film industry if you study film studies. So it is, yeah, just one of those things of looking at the credits on a film and what kind of floats your boat, what you're interested in. Are you visual? Are you technical? Are you interested in special effects? Do you like the process of editing and using software? all those kind of things. There's so many choices.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I mean, whenever I'm waiting for the after credit scene of a certain movie franchise, it always seems like that list is just never ending, isn't it? Just always.
And there can be so many varied and odd things as well. You know, if you're interested in animals but you want to work in the film industry, there's options there. If you're interested in photography but you want to work in the film industry, then there's options there. So there's just so many different things.
Okay, brilliant. Someone's asked, what films do you study in film studies?
We study a range of films. It's not just American film. So that's one of the things that's important when you're making your choice to study film studies. Obviously, we are more familiar with American films through Netflix and Amazon Prime and on TV. But it is important that you're aware that there will be a range of films. So we watch films from this country. So we study Shaun of the Dead, and we study This Is England. We study foreign films, so we study a Brazilian film called City of God, and we study an Italian film called Life is Beautiful. But we also study documentary. We study the film Amy, about Amy Winehouse, and we study silent film as well. So we study the films of Buster Keaton from back in the 1920s. The American films that we do watch are quite broad as well. So we watch independent American films such as Captain Fantastic and Pulp Fiction. We watch Hollywood blockbusters like Inception. And we watch classical Hollywood films such as Casablanca. So there is that broad range of films that you will experience when you take the subject.
Okay, great. Someone's asked, what media products do you focus on in media studies?
Again, it's a broad range. For an example, the magazine unit that we study, we focus on the big issue. So obviously the big issue is, or was, something that was sold on the street by homeless people. It's now gone digital. We study newspapers. We study the Daily Mail and the Telegraph and the Guardian and the Mirror. So a range of different newspapers. We study the film industry, focusing on the production of a film a few years ago, the Jungle Book, the remake of the Jungle Book. We study music videos. We look at Lady Gaga videos. We look at Michael Jackson videos. We study computer games. We focus on the kind of phenomenon of Minecraft and how that computer game has appealed to so many for so long. So it is just a real broad range of media, which you can then hopefully bring into your own production when we get into the coursework element of the unit as well.
Okay, great stuff. We've got someone who's just asked about what are the coursework requirements
for media studies.
Well, for both they've asked.
Well, for film studies, in the first year, the coursework is to script and storyboard a film of your developing. So you come up with an idea for a short film which you script, and then you storyboard digitally, so you don't have to draw it by hand. You go out with a digital camera and you storyboard a sequence from your short film. So that's in the first year. In the second year, hopefully we can build up to a more physical production. So you develop a short film which you will actually shoot and edit. So that's the film studies coursework. In media studies, you have an option to either make or produce a radio production, a print production, or a TV production. The briefs change every year. So this year it was an advertising campaign for a reality TV show. The previous year it was an advertising campaign for a deodorant. So it does change every year.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you. If I can move on to drama, Duncan, if you're available.
Hi.
So a couple of questions come through. Is it possible to study drama and not take acting as an option?
Well, it is technically, because there is an option for the practical component of the course to study things like set design and costume design. However, I'd say that our facilities and the structure of the course are more geared towards the acting side of things. So in terms of what we would do, in a typical lesson, we would always explore the set texts practically, and we'd always be led by the acting and doing acting activities. So I'd say that if you wanted to do drama, you definitely have to have an interest in acting, because that is the focus. I should add, though, that if you are interested in things like set design and lighting and so on, they do form part of the assessment on the exam. So you have to write about those sort of things in relation to the set texts and also to live theatre that we go to see.
Okay, great stuff. Someone's asked, what's the ratio of theory to practical work?
Okay, yeah, that sort of follows on from what I was saying, really, with the focus being on acting and performance and workshops. It's very much a practically oriented course. It's 60% practical and 40% written exam. The practical side of the course consists of 3 performance showcases. One is a group piece, which is a devised project where the students have to create their own piece of theatre inspired by an existing play, but it has to be completely original. So they could take the themes in the play, for example, and then build their own thing based on it. And there is a written component alongside that. It's called a portfolio, where they have to write a sort of report on the process. But again, the emphasis is very much on how they practically explored the devised piece. There's also a scripted group piece where the students have to produce a piece of theatre based on an excerpt from a published play. And they have to do monologues as well, so that's also based on scripted theatre. And then in the written exam, they have to write about 2 set texts, Fences by August Wilson and Hedda Gabler by Henrik Ibsen. They have to review live theatre, and that's where they might talk about things like lighting and costume design and so on.
Okay, brilliant. One last question for you, Duncan. Someone said, do many students go on to study drama at either university or drama school and beyond?
Yeah, actually, we've had quite a few students. I think I've been at the college 6 years now, and I think every year we've had students applying to drama schools and for drama courses at university, and getting onto the courses. I think that's because obviously drama schools are notoriously hard to get into, so we've had quite a bit of success there with previous students, and also not just drama schools. As I said, they can go to university to do courses there, and they might do courses on writing for the theatre or directing as well, so not just acting. And with students who do apply for drama school or courses at university, I'm always quite keen to help them. They usually have to prepare audition speeches, so I will always sort of help them with the choices there. And it's because it's quite a safe space in the classroom for performance. They can actually try out their audition pieces in front of their fellow students as well. So it's a very supportive course.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you. Hannah, if I can bring you in next, please. You'll just have to unmute yourself, if that's all right.
Hi there. Yeah, absolutely. Hi.
There we go. There we are. Won the technology battle.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple of arts-based questions for you. Someone's asked, can I take more than one art subject at a time?
Yeah, absolutely. We have 3 art pathways: fine art, graphics and photography, and you can take any combination of those. So you can do 1, you can do 2, or if you want to, you can do all 3. We have a lot of students doing 1, we have a lot of students doing 2. 2 is very common, and we probably have 1, 2 or perhaps 3 students a year who go for all 3. So it does happen. It's one of the great advantages of Ludlow is we're one of the colleges that allows you to do more than one art pathway. So if art is really your thing, if you're really keen to go onto a creative career or a creative pathway post-college, then absolutely we can combine those to help suit you for whatever you want to do after you progress from college.
Awesome. Someone else has asked, do I need any specialist equipment?
The simple answer is no, you don't, because we've got loads of equipment in the college. We've got a fully equipped darkroom, which obviously we wouldn't expect anyone to have. We've got Photoshop on all of our computers. We've got a printmaking room, all of those sorts of things. So you don't need to have anything. Some things that are useful, it's always useful to have a digital SLR camera. And if you're able to have a copy, maybe of, for example, Photoshop, that can be useful, but it's certainly not required. We operate an open plan policy, so you don't just get to access the department during your scheduled timetable. You can come in anytime from the moment we open to the moment that we close and use those facilities. Even if there's another lesson on, we will find facilities. And what's really lovely is you've seen Ian talking earlier, and Ian's room is next to the art department, and we are really collaborative at sharing spaces. So he's been really generous in letting us use his computers. His students come in and use our equipment. So we really want to operate a policy where you can do all of your work at college during the college day. So if you don't have anything at home, it's not a problem. We will provide that for you.
Brilliant, great stuff. And then one last question for you. Someone's asked, what are the main differences between the 3 different subjects?
Okay, so fine art tends to link more to the sort of traditional media, maybe the things that people tend to do more in school. So painting, drawing, sculpture, printmaking, that sort of thing. Graphics will combine some of that traditional stuff if that's things that you're interested in doing, but it will do a lot of digital artwork as well. So we use Photoshop quite heavily. And it's really up to students to decide whether they want to go through quite a traditional process and just finish off the designs in Photoshop, or if they want to predominantly work digitally. If students have an interest in using other programs, we are happy to do that. So we have Illustrator, things like that. And if people want to use, Lightbox, anything like that, we're very happy for students to do that. In terms of photography, we have a mix of digital and film photography. You can access the darkroom if you do art or media, and that is something that you want to explore. We have an open policy. As long as you've done the health and safety introduction, you're welcome to use the darkroom. And again, photography uses a lot of Photoshop with image editing. But unlike graphics, you're editing maybe an illustration or a digital image that you've done, whereas within photography, you're obviously editing a photograph. I hope that's clear. The guides on the website are really useful. And if you go onto the Ludlow College website and you look at the different subjects, you will see little slideshows on there. And that's a really helpful way to get an idea as to what the sort of work you get, or the sort of work you might produce.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
So thank you for sending your questions in. Looks like we've covered all the questions there that have come through. So this session is being recorded and it'll be available on our YouTube channel as soon as possible. So if you're watching that recording now and you're thinking, oh, the question I wanted asked wasn't asked, feel free to message us on our social media channels or through the website. Check out the course pages for any additional information. The answer might be on there. But if you've got any questions, get in contact with us and we can pass that along to the tutors. Hopefully that's given you some more information about these courses, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you. Thank you.